Hello and welcome to Shay's Sanctuary, a peaceful space designed for personal evolution. By participating in this practice today, you acknowledge that you've reviewed the class disclaimer at shaystarrett.com/disclaimer, and you are participating in this class at your own risk. As we start our practice today, just allow yourself to come onto your back, just feeling your body lie down on the floor. And you might notice as you come onto your back that you want to bend your knees or you want your legs straight. And just tune into the body here and notice what feels right for your body. As you arrive here, maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze. Bringing a little more awareness to breath. Just following the breath as it moves in and out of the body. Maybe just watching its natural flow. Take a few more breaths here with that breath as it moves through your body. Maybe beginning to take a snapshot of your body and really notice the body that's with you this morning in this practice, the body that's with you in this retreat throughout the day. Notice if there's any parts of the body that might need some extra special attention. As you move through your practice and support yourself throughout the day, grab any props, bolsters, anything like that that you might need to support your body throughout the day. And I am going to walk around the room real quick and make sure everybody has a strap next to them. So if you hear me next week, that's all I'm doing. Take some deep breaths, feeling your body forward. And next time you breathe in and breathe out, bring some more awareness to your arms so that when you breathe in, you can reach your arms up overhead. Bring your knees into your chest. And just give yourself a little embrace here, hugging knees to chest. And maybe you rock a little bit from side to side. And then bring both feet down to the floor, knees bent. And if you have a strap, you're going to take that strap and you're going to wrap it around the bottom of your right foot. And you'll start to straighten that right leg out up towards the ceiling. And just take a few breaths here. And just bringing all your awareness to that right leg. And you might notice you want to keep the left leg bent, or maybe you want to straighten it out. Just make that choice. Notice where the information comes from in the body. And then over the next couple of breaths, start to bring that right leg out to the side, any amount. And as that right leg comes out to the side, you might use that left hand to anchor the left hip into the floor. And find a place where you can pause for a few breaths. Notice where edge might be showing up in this shape. Two more breaths here. Last exhale, taking your time to bring that right foot back up to center. And maybe you want to start to lift the head and shoulders up, bringing the nose closer to the knee. And then exhale, release the head and shoulders down. Release the strap, bring that right foot back to the floor. And then begin to wrap the strap around the bottom of the left foot. And arrive here on the left side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe tuning into right side and left side. Both part of the same body, but both unique in their own way. And then over the next couple of breaths, starting to bring that left leg out to the side. And again, taking your time to explore. Maybe you go into this side a little slower. Maybe you drop right in. And explore edge on this side. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice what's happening now in the body. Two more breaths here. And starting to bring that left leg back up to center. As you pause back here at the top, maybe you want to lift the head and shoulders up any amount. Bringing the nose a little closer to the knee. And then relax the head and shoulder back down to the floor. Begin to remove that strap and just place it over to the side of your mat. Bring that left foot back down to the floor and bring your arms out wide. And you just start to drop your knees from side to side. Just noticing how you create sensation in the body as you bring the knees from one side to the other. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe you want to move the legs fast and notice what that feels like. Move the legs slow. Just notice all the options and choices, and then decide what feels right for you. And next time those knees drop to the right side, pause there for a few breaths. Notice where your attention is in your body. Last exhale, bring the knees back up to center. And then allow the knees to drop over to the left side. And breathe in and breathe out. Notice your body here. If you're anywhere else, notice that too and just come back. Last exhale, start to bring the knees back to center. And begin to slide your hands down by your body. Bring your heels in a little closer to your sit bones. And as you inhale and exhale, begin to lift the hips up. And then exhale, bring the hips down. Just finding this movement in the pelvis. Lifting up, exhaling down. Lift up and down. And begin to explore the edge here. What is too much? What is too little? And what feels just right? Imagining the volume on the radio, turning the edge up, turning the edge down. And then find a place where you can pause for about 3 to 5 breaths. And you might keep the arms down by your side, or maybe you want to reach the arms overhead, letting them come down on the floor overhead. Just notice your choice. Be with the experience of you right here. And breath in and breath out. Inhale and exhale. And start to release the hips down and be with that release. As the tailbone touches down, reach down with those arms and hug the knees into the chest again. And rock from side to side, feeling that massage of the tailbone. And then begin to bring this movement forward and back. Or moving in a way that will bring you up into a seated position. And as you arrive here and seated, maybe close the eyes or soften the gaze. Take a few breaths in this new shape. Just feeling yourself here. Taking another snapshot of the body. Bring the chin down to the chest. And as you inhale, flutter open your eyes, reach your arms up overhead, lift up, look up. As you exhale, chin to chest, bring the hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. 2 more times, reaching up and down. Inhale, reach up, bring the fingers together. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, come down to the right side. And inhale, come back up. And then over to the left. So we'll take this side to side a few more times, reaching up. And to the right. Inhale up. And to the left. Inhale up. And right. And we're going to pause here on the right side. So notice how you want to be with the twist on this side of the body. Each inhale and exhale inviting you into your twist. Notice your body, notice your breath. Inhale and exhale. Next time you inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale over to the left. And find your twist on this side. Maybe it looks exactly the same. Maybe it's completely different. Notice if you can really embrace the body here, embrace the choices. Inhale and exhale. And next time you inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Point the palms away from you and start to reach out towards the front, bringing the head down, arms down. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice where your attention is in the body. Just be with your body here. If anything else arises, just notice that too. Last exhale. As you inhale, reach those arms up. Reach the arms back up and move the wrists around. Then bring the hands behind the back and keep some soft elbows as you lean back. Open the chest, let the head fall back. Bring awareness to the front of the body here. Breathing into pelvis, belly, chest, shoulder blades squeezing together. Notice your body here. Last exhale, push through the hands. As you come back to center, you're going to reach those arms back in front and roll into a tabletop. So bring your body into tabletop, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, tops of the feet pressing into the floor. And let this be an active pose. Belly button pulled into the spine. And with the breath, begin to inhale and lift the gaze up. And with the exhale, bring the chin into the chest and round the back. And make this movement your own. Maybe it's fast, maybe it's slow. Maybe you try both. And then find what's right for you this morning. Next time you inhale, find a pause, bringing the gaze forward, feeling that arching in the back. Pause there, notice the body there. Inhale, and exhale, bring the chin into the chest and round the back. And again, pause here. Maybe noticing how the shoulder blades just melt like hot butter, drawing away from each other. And come back to neutral. Bring the knees a little closer together and send your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms out towards the front of the mat. We're going to find a slow flow here. So as you inhale, bring the chest forward, drop the hips down. And as you exhale, send the hips back. And connect this movement with breath, moving slow, really savoring the journey as you bring the chest forward and send the hips back. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. One more time here, coming forward and exhaling back. And pause with those heels and hips connected, hips back. Maybe you want to separate the knees. Just drop in here. Notice your body here in stillness. Breathing in, breathing out. Know that this posture is available to you at any time throughout this practice, throughout this day. Even if it's not offered. And from this shape, beginning to lift back up into tabletop. And then beginning to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, crown of the head towards the floor, finding this V shape in the body. And notice how you want to be with this shape. Maybe you want to move the legs around a little bit, bending the knees, lifting the heels. Maybe shake out the head, neck, and jaw. And then lift the heels and soften the knees so you can walk to the front of your mat. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And soften the knees here. And with some slow inhales and exhales, begin to roll up the spine. And then I invite you to roll up and down the spine maybe 3 or 4 times, feeling yourself lift up and lower down. And notice your body as you move. Notice your choices. Notice how you're being with your experience. Inhale and exhale. Body breath here now. If you're anywhere else, just notice that and come back. Next time you come back up to standing, maybe close the eyes or soften the gaze. And begin to stack the bodies, like feeling the feet connect to the floor, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Maybe rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Just let this be an active pose. Notice all the parts of your body that you can engage to be here in this shape. And what's happening now? Inhale and exhale. And flutter open the eyes as you reach the arms up. Bring your palms together and maybe steeple the fingers. Inhale and start to bend to the left side. And take your time here. So maybe just go to the part where you feel the first change in sensation, what we might call our soft edge. And then imagine your hands are like the second hand on the clock, and each breath you go a little more. Just being with the journey, noticing if there's a destination or expectation. Just notice that. And last exhale, begin to bring yourself back up to center. And release your arms down by your side. And just notice your body here. And then reach the arms up again. And as we move to the other side, notice if you want to move into this shape another way. Maybe you want to bring the arm down by your side or keep the arms separate. Begin to bend through the left side. Make this your own, as if it's the first time your body's ever felt this shape before. Body and breath here now. Inhale and exhale. And then begin to come back up to center and release the arms back down. And close the eyes and just notice now this place of being. Maybe curiosity or desire arises. Just come back to now, body here, taking a breath. And flutter open the eyes, and if your feet aren't already there, you might just separate your feet so they're about hips distance apart. And with an inhale, we're going to bend the arms, bend the knees any amount, and then exhale and straighten the arms, straighten the legs. So find a little flow here, inhaling and exhaling. Notice your body as you move. And then begin to bend the knees and reach the arms out and pause. Find that place where you can pause. Notice what's happening now. Maybe noticing the palms open. This gesture of receiving. Maybe noticing what you want to receive. Just making space for that with a few breaths. Inhale and exhale. Begin to straighten the legs, release the arms down by your side. And next time you inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold down. And as you fold down, bend your knees and find opposite elbows. Notice how much you can let go here in the upper body. Notice what it's like to be invited to let go. Maybe noticing both effort and effortless. If it's available, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Maybe you shake out the head, neck, and jaw, or putter the lips. And come back to stillness. And begin to push through the feet. You roll back up your spine, coming back into standing. And just notice that. And then if you want to turn towards the wide edge of your mat and find a wide stance. We're going to turn our toes out and our heels in. With an inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, bend the elbows, any amount. We're going to pause here. And notice how edge might be showing up for you. If you go to that hard edge that feels like it's hard to sustain, know that you can come out anytime. Find a place where you can pause and take some deep breaths and be with your body. What's happening now? Just tuning in. Inhale and exhale. And release out of this, straightening the arms, straightening the legs. And then bringing the arms down by your side. And turn your toes in this time. And as you inhale, reach your arms up, keeping those arms extended. And a couple options. You might bring the hands behind the back, clasping the palms or opposite elbows, or you might bring the hands down to the floor as you find a forward fold. So just notice the invitation, the options. Tune into your body. Notice what feels right for you. Inhale and exhale. Dropping in. The mind wanders, just notice and come back. Your body is an anchor. Your breath is a connection back to the body, back to now. Inhale and exhale. If the hands are behind the back, release the arms down to the floor. Turn your heels in, toes out, and just rock a little from side to side, just feeling some side to side movement. Make this your own. And then with knees bent, slowly start to make your way back up to standing. As you come back to standing, just notice now. We're going to turn the left toes towards the long edge of the mat and the right toes towards the short edge of the mat. You need to widen or narrow your stance. Just notice that. Bring your arms out to the side. Flip your palms away from you, and as you inhale, reach forward and start to slide that right arm inside the right leg as the left arm goes to the ceiling. And notice if you go all the way to the floor, maybe you keep the hand up by the inner thigh. Maybe you explore both, moving that right arm up and down. Just noticing what feels like too much, not enough, and what's just right. Last exhale. And allow yourself to come back to standing. Be with your body as you come back. Notice now. And then start to turn the right toes forward, wide edge of the mat, left toes towards the short edge of the mat. And maybe picture in your mind's eye how you want to be in this shape on the other side. Maybe it looks exactly the same. Do it a little bit different. Tune into the body and notice how the body communicates with you and says, yes, this is just right. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice what's happening now. Inhale and exhale. Start to bring yourself back up to center, releasing the arms down by the side. Turn the toes forward. And then step the feet together and find the front edge of your mat. And then with an inhale, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, shake out your body. So shake out your arms, your legs as you go to the floor. And come up and down. And up and down. 2 more. Last time, come up. Let the arms get long, let the torso get long. Inhale. And then as you exhale, come down and maybe find a little squat here. A balancing on the toes, a lifting of the heels. And then in your own way, beginning to find yourself back onto your sit bones. And begin to make your way back onto your back. And be with that journey of moving down onto the back. You might want to have your bolster nearby. Maybe you close the eyes or soften the gaze. And just notice your body here. Breath in and breath out. Allowing yourself to come onto the floor. Maybe you put a bolster under your knees. And begin to find a shape of rest. of letting go, maybe surrendering, allowing the floor, the space, the earth to just hold you here in a tender embrace. Maybe scanning the body, taking a little snapshot and noticing where you might still be holding tension or effort. Maybe with the breath, you can invite it to let go. And if it stays, just notice that too. If there's any desire to change or fix anything, just notice that. And begin to bring all of your awareness to your breath. And you're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just witnessing that experience of receiving breath and releasing breath. Connecting with breath so it can be an anchor back to now, back to body. As you pause here in stillness and quiet, see if you can drop in even more. If the mind wanders, just let every breath be a choice to come back to now. Continuing to breathe in and breathe out. And life always happening around us. Just use our breath and come back. continuing to stay connected to body and breath. And those deep breaths move through your body. Your body in contact with the floor beneath you, and the space around you. And this sweet sangha that we've created today, supporting you. And begin to take the next few breaths and come out of the present moment. Go back through this class, this start of our day. Ask yourself if anything is arising that feels meaningful or significant to you. Just breathe into that question. Maybe it's just a question, maybe an answer arises. It could be an image, a word, a color, a sound. Take a few breaths with your experience, knowing it's exactly right for you. And bring one hand up to heart space, connecting with self. And coming back into present moment, begin to look forward for a few breaths and notice how this wisdom or insight might be forward leading, or how it might inform the next right action in your life. Take a few breaths with that question. And again, maybe that answer doesn't arise right away. Just notice that too. And then begin to bring your other hand up to heart space. Just knowing that both these questions may continue to be present throughout the day, the week. Take a few more breaths here, feeling hands connected to heart space, connected back to body. Maybe sending out a prayer or gratitude. Thanking yourself for this time that you dedicated to yourself. Thanking your body for all the ways it supported you in your practice. And if you notice anything other than gratitude, just notice that too. Everything is welcome. And breathe into that connection to self. And start to picture in your mind's eye some small movements and then some bigger movements to then bring the whole body back to awareness so that you can eventually find yourself on your side and then begin to find your way there in your own sweet time, moving gently and mindfully, just noticing the choices you make through that journey. And as you do find yourself on your right side, maybe drawing the knees up a little closer to the body. And pausing here for a few breaths. When we pause here, I like to offer a visualization of going deep within to that bliss body that we talked about, that inner sanctuary that is within you, a place that you can go to anytime just by taking a few deep breaths and maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze. The world gets crazy or pulls at us a little too much. We have this sanctuary within us that we can go to. Maybe you can connect with it here for a few breaths. Maybe it's new, maybe it's familiar. Just see if you can find it for 2 or 3 breaths. And over the next few breaths, keeping the eyes closed or with a soft gaze, bringing yourself back up into a seated position. And again, being with your body as you journey back up into this seated shape. And take a few breaths here, arriving back in this space, this room,